Hey, what's up everybody? Dr. LeGrand here for another video. We're going to be talking about why it's so important to be retesting your ADHD. If you have ADHD already, why you need to be retesting. So let's go ahead and get started right after this intro. Welcome back, my Optimal Mind leaders and my Optimal Mind performers. And if you're new here and not downloading my free ADHD guide, go ahead and download that in the description below. It goes over labs, nutrients, supplements, anything that you need to be able to do to be able to get optimal levels of ADHD health. So like I said before, I'm Dr. LeGrand. I have ADHD and dyslexia. And today we're going to be talking about why it's so important to be retesting for ADHD. So first off is be able to actually assess, to be able to see if actually what you're doing as far as treatment is working. So when you're going to get actually assessed again, sometimes when you were assessed as a child, it might be different when you're an adult. So it's good to actually assess to be able to see what your treatment plan that was as a child, also as an adult, if it needs to be adjusted, is so crucial. But what I'm also talking about is things that possibly might not be specifically just the assessment, but also different labs that they need to be running, whether there's deficiencies, nutritional deficiencies, iron deficiencies, other imbalances as far as all the different vital organs or in the brain, doing brain mapping, tons of different things that could be evaluated. And if you've done this already in the past, it's important to retest, because usually when you've done your first initial type of assessment, whether that's just you getting diagnosed with ADHD or other additional stuff that could be possibly contributing to your ADHD, it's important to actually retest to be able to see, okay, what we've implemented from the very beginning, is it working? This helps you kind of decide, is the treatment that you're actually using with your doctor, is it actually working? Because if you don't retest, then you have no idea if it's working in the first place. And that's why it's so crucial to retest. And not enough patients or doctors have that compliancy where they're actually working together to be able to have that retest and reevaluating. It's so important. That's how I get results for my patients, is to consistently always be retesting and checking to make adjustments to make it more optimal and individualized for that person's needs with their ADHD. The second thing of why you need to be retesting for your ADHD is to make adjustments, like I was saying before. Why you have to make an adjustment. So when you're actually doing an assessment, when you're coming back, sometimes you have to change dosages. Sometimes you have to implement other nutrients or things that have to be practiced and strategies, whether it is behavioral therapy or other things that have to be implemented to make those adjustments, because you found that maybe your first initial treatment plan wasn't the best. But by doing a reassessment or retest, that can help you make and fine tune to make those adjustments so you actually get those optimal levels of ADHD health. The third important thing, and I find this so important, why you need to be retesting when you do have ADHD, is there could be possibility of other things that could arise when you're actually retesting. So these can be a number of different types of issues. As we age and get older, we can't just focus on just the ADHD diagnosis, even though, that's what your big concern is. But a lot of things can contribute to those symptoms, and you just might think, oh, it's just my ADHD getting worse. No, it could be other possible digestive issues. It could be other mental issues. It could be other deficiencies in your body that could be contributing to the ADHD symptoms, where you might be thinking it might be ADHD, but it could be something else. And that's why it's so important to be retesting with your doctors, reevaluating, assessing, so that you can find different issues that could be possibly happening to you as you're getting older. And by catching that early on, it can make things better for you for your ADHD health overall. So you might be asking, okay, well, what do I retest? What things should I be running? Well, lucky, I do have a free downloadable guide on ADHD. It talks about all the different labs that you should be running with your doctor if you do have ADHD, and also other nutrient supplements that you should also be taking, and that is in the description below. So I hope you found this beneficial. This is Dr. LeGrand signing out, and remember, you have an optimal mind. I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.